It's SuperStarcraftBros.
Gold Wednesday.
I like M&Ms.
We've done this before.
I still like M&Ms.
That's nice.
Need some M&Ms. My name's Jay.
And I'm Iron Sparks.
And he is not eating M&Ms.
No, I'm not.
I bet those drones would like some M&Ms.
You know, I don't think they're a chocolate fan.
Why?
Probably kills them.
They're more of like the rock candy type stuff.
Yeah.
Alright. I have no idea what the map is. All I know there's a Zerg involved. Iron
Well,
Sparks, give me details.
We are on Akilon Flats. It's one of the new maps they added this season from Heart of the Swarm.
Ooh.
And today's matchup we have a ZvT.
Is this a Heart of the Swarm game?
No.
Oh, okay.
Remember they added 2 Heart of the Swarm maps into Wings of Liberty?
Yeah. Just got hopeful for a little bit.
No. Alright, so in our bottom right corner we have our red Zerg Sampson.
Alright.
And in our top left corner we have our blue Terran Monkey.
Whoa. Giving me motion sickness. Whoa.
Monkey.
Alright, Monkey versus Sampson.
Yeah, so thank you Monkey for sending this in.
Go Monkey. You funky monkey.
Brass Monkey?
That funky monkey.
Chunky Monkey?
Ice cream?
I don't know.
I'm still eating M&M's while you right now.
Alright, so we have Barracks going down for the Zerg play. Looks like he's planning on going a 15 hatch. Because he has 15 drones. And there comes the hatch. So I think I'm going to be right this time.
Were you wrong on Monday or Tuesday? I can't remember.
I don't remember. Alright, so drone does get inside, sees what's going on. Though it's not really surprising.
No, essentially all he's scouting right now
Is exactly what you expect to see.
Yeah, which, I mean, in itself is a good thing, because you're not seeing cheese. You're going into the Terran base, not seeing that there's no barracks. Not seeing that they've lifted off or anything like that. So it gets rid of the cheese element of the game.
Yeah, spawning pool just going down, so he knows that there's probably going to be already an expanding going up, because he hasn't seen it quite yet. I fully expect him to go over there.
So Iron Sparks,
yes.
While they're going through the opening builds, will you show me the expansions on this map?
Well, if you are down here, here's your natural.
Okay.
There's some rocks down here, which can lead to a third, which
Alright.
can also be accessed over here.
Interesting.
Or you can come up here, which has easily kind of a choke.
Alright.
Ramp over here. And I'm assuming you'd go this way.
Alright. Now, this is just a 1 versus 1 map, right?
Indeed it is. There's only 2 spawning positions.
I kind of like this map. It's smaller. We'll probably see some shorter, more intense battles on this map unless both players decide to go super macro.
Yeah.
So I kind of like the map. Also, you know what I like about this map too? It's not
brown.
dark.
Oh.
It's not dark. The dark maps really, like, annoy me.
Do they depress you?
A little bit. It makes me feel like I'm just waging war in depressing land. I mean...
Well, war is depression.
Not when you're killing bugs. Bugs are evil.
What if you just understand them? What if they're not evil after that?
These aren't Ender's Game buggers. They're evil.
They're just trying to defend themselves.
Against themselves? They're the ones who attack everybody. Alright, back to the
Best
game.
defense is a good offense.
Samson has a queen out at the expansion, puking up some extra larvae.
And,
Looks like we have a factory getting switched out to a reactor, so we're going to have some pumped out Hellions.
Exactly. However, that's weird.
I like how it looks like there's only 2, like there's 2 racks. That's kind of weird.
Alright, so he sees that there is the factory pumping out, and he sees that there is a reactor as well, so he's going to know exactly what's coming. This SUV's on the ball, though. He's going to take this out.
SV's like, guys, shoot that way. Shoot that way. Shoot that way. Keep shooting. You almost got it.
Did you see how he totally spun around?
Yeah.
Alright, so he does see it, but not prior to these Hellions being revealed, so we're probably going to see a spine crawler go down or some additional queens.
Yeah, guys, if you ever go against a Terran player who's going fast Hellions to try and get some early game harassment, if you're a Zerg player, throw down a spine or 2 near the mineral line. Spines are going to take care of the Hellions. And if you're a Protoss player, just do whatever you're doing, because Hellions don't really do much.
But it looks like Samson's not going to go this route, and instead play as if they're not real.
Yeah, there's a Baneling nest on the way. There's a lot of Zerglings on the field, and it does look like, oh, these poor Zerglings are lining themselves up just for those flamethrowers.
Well, they were feeling a little cold, and they need to get a little toasty.
Yeah, that's a little overkill on getting warm.
But look at how toasty they are.
Yeah, burnt marshmallow Zerglings.
Alright, so more lings being pumped out. A couple of Evo chambers, and like you mentioned, the Baneling nest is going down, however.
It's almost finished.
Yeah, I don't really see the answer.
The response to these Hellions have been 22 lings, which is not exactly what you want to do to respond to this.
Well, if he can get a decent surround, but if, he picks off one, could pick off the other two, but he still gets the sustain some losses, even though his economy is just fine.
You know, he didn't lose too many of the Zerglings on that huge 22 Zergling wave, but the thing is, if you look at those Zerglings, most of them are in the red now. They're not going to do a whole lot of damage. I mean, they will regenerate health, but it does take a while for the Zerg units to do that.
You know, I'm not sure how I feel about him not pursuing the Hellions more, because I think he could have done a little bit more damage.
Yeah, it looks like he's gone a straight 1-1-1 build, except he's made sure that he's connected everything to an add-on building, which is kind of interesting. It does look like he's getting early medvacs, but there's not a whole lot on the ground to support this, and oh my hell, there's some Banelings out there, and we're going to get a Baneling bus with a Zergling run by.
Yeah, it's going to be... He does get a pick-off on
Good
these
lift
two
off.
units.
Good pick-up on that.
See, he has tanks on the way as well as siege tech, so if those get out, he might be... If he can sustain this attack and he can pick off those Banelings, he might be okay.
Well, it does look like he dropped some of the units behind to try and draw these Zerglings and Banelings out, but it looks like the Zerglings went for that supply depot, and now there's nothing behind the wall to try and stop them.
Well, there is a Marine and a tank, and another Marine.
There is a tank, and he does do quite a bit of damage. He does do a lot of fighting. Oh, Mule
mules.
called down to repair this supply depot. Can he do it? SCVs were brought up as well to hold that. It looks like the reactor is on fire, though, but easily quelched.
So if everything's on fire, do we just repair it and it goes out?
Yeah.
Like if you're on fire, I just have to start repairing you?
Yeah. Can we not try that?
With like a drill?
No. No, that you're gonna make me die faster. But
then you won't be on fire anymore.
Ooh, poor Banelings. That hurt. All of them blasted away by that siege tank blast. Alright, well, Monkey's quick thinking on the repair for those SCVs has let him survive. That orbital command that he has hanging outside his natural, though, just only can float because he doesn't have a defendable position. Oh, it decides to land, though.
Well, I think he is able to move down right now. He has a couple tanks. If he keeps this one up here, moves this one a little down a bit more, so he is in range of this. I mean, the only danger is he's going to be firing on his own orbital.
Yeah, and also that southern position of the orbital is not inside the blast radius of the siege tank. Looks like probably gonna lift off on this orbital command. Yep, there you go. And looks like the medvacs have been drawn out to try and provide vision for the siege tanks, and it's just happy shooting for that siege tank up on that cliff.
Exactly. Checking back at the Zerg base, we do have a lair coming. Curious what he's gonna do with that. Probably I'm gonna anticipate Muta.
He has done upgrades for his Zergling units right now. I don't know if he has enough gas right now to transition effectively into Muta, but he's got to do something.
He has these two extractors. He just hasn't mined from them yet, but I really think Muta will be a good answer against these tanks.
Yeah, tanks can't shoot up, and as long as the Marine production isn't too high, it looks like Monkey's gone 1-1-1 into an expansion, and now he's going into a third before he even throws down any other production facilities. And it looks like Iron Sparks, you are correct, because the Spire is underway.
Yeah, so he's either going to Muta or try to go strangely straight towards Broodlords, but I highly suggest going for the Muta.
Yeah, I think Muta will be much more effective right now. And Macro House thrown down next to the Natural to provide for additional larvae, and 2-2 for his Zerglings have started.
And 30 Zerglings on the way.
It's a lot of Zerglings. I wonder if he's going to change like half those into Banelings, or what's he going to do?
I'm going to say no, because he has no gas. However, these Lings do move up, try and do some damage. However, they're really just bouncing back and forth. Takes out one tank, but
that indecisiveness has definitely allowed his Marines to get a lot more damage, and it actually allowed the tank to get 1 or 2 more shots in as well.
Yeah, the tank was able to damage the Marines a lot.
Well, the Marines did a lot of damage as well, and all those Zerglings cleaned up. That additional wave of Zerglings is now arriving outside of Monkey's base. But I mean, if he had waited for that wave to join up with the other wave, I think it would have helped, and I like this little defensive position he's building around these siege tanks.
Yeah, he's making a minor wall around his tanks, but one thing Monkey really needs to do now, I think, is get Marines out. Because right now all he has is tanks, and if anything gets up next to these tanks...
He does have a Viking on the field now, but one Viking is really not going to do much against anything else that can hit air. And curious that none of these have been morphed into Banelings, but it looks like he's going upgraded Ling Muta, which the Mutas have been revealed if he checks that scan.
And since he is focusing the gas onto these mutas, he doesn't have any to make the banelings.
True. Which will allow him to pump a lot of lings out, and the first mutas are on the field. Missile turrets are going up for Monkey around the base, and his armor upgrade for his Marines and Marauders are just about to finish, and he has continued Marine production, though I would like to see another barracks or two.
Mm-hmm. He has
2 orbital commands.
Here, another barracks or 2.
Thank you.
Alright, so a couple of Marines going out, checking stuff out.
I think a medvac just died.
Yeah, probably.
Looks like they're checking for any type of ninja or hidden expands.
Or trying to make their way to this watchtower. You know, the one thing I like about this map is the watchtowers actually do something.
Good watchtower placement. You could, essentially, if you grab all towers, you can see everything. But here we go, a massive flood of Zerglings into base, picking off missile turrets now, giving the mutas a lot more area to fly into.
But you know, actually, they didn't kill any of the missiles. Well, one missile turret.
One missile turret, and they took out the tanks. So the ground a little bit more open. And it looks like this SCV is going to save this bunker from exploding. Interesting. Did any of the mutas fly in that attack?
You know, I don't think so.
Wait, how many mutas? We have 4 mutas. I actually think a couple of the mutas flew in.
We have 10 mutas right now.
Do we?
Yes.
Alright, then it looks like they just massed outside the base. Oh, here's actually the mutas. A couple of them did engage, I think, with some of the Marines. And now they're going to flank the right side of the main base for Monkey.
But you know,
holy command centers.
And then they go, oh my god, I'm being shot by a turret. Oh, another turret. And another turret.
Turrets are going to allow to do a little bit of damage.
I'm just going to sit here on the turrets.
A couple SCVs getting picked off here and there by the mutas. Looks like they're going to change their attention to the missile turret. But
every single muta dies.
Yep.
Let's see, back here, the only thing with Monkey, he doesn't have any units.
No, he hasn't really massed up his ground army right now. He's got, I mean, he had really good placement on the missile turrets, allowed him to defend against the mutas with very minimal SCV loss. It does look like Monkey's focusing more on his macro game, and primarily his economy, though.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, he really needs to get a lot more units so he can deal that damage in case another flood of Zerglings or a huge mutapack go onto the field. Right now, he's lucky because the mutapacks are small.
Mm-hmm. You know, the one thing about this map that I'm not sure is where do you want to take your third? Like,
I mean, that spot to the right of Monkey's base, I would say would be the most ideal. If you break down the rocks, you can establish a wall off at one of the ramps, either the main or that third, and you can easily defend. It kind of reminds me of Ohana, and how there's that rock debris ramp connection between the second and the third. Vikings a little overzealous right now.
They do take out one, but both of them lose their lives.
They take out one muta, do a little bit of damage to one, so not the most cost efficient. Oh, this little platoon is going to do a lot of damage, but not quite going to hold out. Looks like the Lings are going to get picked off. Nope.
No, there just wasn't enough with it. You know, that's really the central theme for Monkey in this game. He just doesn't have enough with him.
No, he definitely needs to have a larger army and keep them together. Now, if these missile turrets are allowed to finish, that base is going to be somewhat defended against these mutas.
But they're going to be wide open against the Lings.
Yeah.
Thor is here.
Alright, the Thor is here to help do some splash damage against the mutas. If Sampson doesn't magic box the Thor's going to be pretty effective. Essentially, it is the muta killer. That's really the only thing it's effective at against anti-air. And a couple medvacs on the ground. But again, I mean, this is a small army, and it does look like... Is he planning a drop?
That's what it looks like. So, back checking on the Zerg base. We haven't been here a while. I have 4 bases up. Yeah, Infestation Pit just finished. Hadn't gotten anything from there. Going straight for a hive. So, do you think we're going to be seeing Broodlords or
Probably. I would say... I don't know, I think Broodlords, but though he's sitting on a lot of gas, you could go either way. It looks like Sampson takes a 4th base now. And... I was just saying, it's interesting, Monkey hasn't built his army up large, but he has 3-3 on the way.
Well, yeah, if you're not building units, you have plenty of resources to get upgrades.
So, I mean, he does have few Marauders and Marines, but they're going to be pretty strong. Oh, we got a stim right here. Marines and Thors out there to clean up these mutas. And it does look like a couple of them are going to run away. Some of them just barely holding on to life.
Well, and then these Lings are going to come and try to clean stuff up.
And the Lings be like, "You messing with my cousin? What? I kill you!" Nom 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 nom. I like M&Ms. I got sugar in them. Woo!
Alright, so their drop does go down. However, the Medvac dies with 4 units in it.
Baneling speed on the way, and another 24 Zerglings. It looks like we're going to have a Baneling bust coming in. And right now we have a whole army of just chilling SCVs. It's a long coffee break.
I know. You know, these could be doing a lot of work down here.
No, they could. Come on. Come on, buddies. Go on down. You can do it.
Anyway, we have a couple Thors and a handful of Marines Marauders down here doing a little Overlord hunting.
Bit of a stim for that Overlord hunting. They're going to be able to pick off these weakened mutas now. Down go the mutas in a splash of blood and guts.
You know, he just has to be careful not to get his units too out of place. I mean, he's marching with a really small army, and once, if he just is careless and gets surrounded...
I mean, they do a lot of damage. There is a med back there that provides some type of healing support, but if he does, if Sampson gets a good surround, it's GG for that platoon.
I mean, this Thor is already almost... is past half health. Alright, so we have Ultra Den finished.
Yeah, we did.
Here it is.
Alright,
so that's going to be great with 3-3 already on the way.
It is. 3-3 is almost halfway finished for the melee and the armor.
And now it's
crackling up where it's going, and there's the Ultras.
Yeah, now we just need to see,
Chitinous.
Chitinous. I want to say chitness.
I don't know why you like to say chitness. It's chitinous. Everyone says it chitinous.
But
maybe everyone's saying it wrong.
Chitness.
That's
what it looks like.
Chitinous? Chitness?
Chittiness.
It'd be chittiness.
Chittiness.
We're going to go with chitinous. Sounds much more
imposing. I'm going with chittiness.
Alright, it looks like Monkey's army is moving out. I mean, both players somewhat equal on supplies. Zergling making a flanking move behind the Thors.
You know, he might take out one Thor, but really... Yeah, he does take out one Thor. But the rest of the Lings are cleaned up. He has a mule down here to do some potential repairs. And now he's going to be able to do some damage. This Ultra is not able to do anything with the concussive cells from the Marauders slowing it down.
And the damage from the Thors, it looks like they're going to be able to easily pick up this base. The Ultras are grouping up at the other bases, trying to provide some type of defensive wall, and they are big enough to do that.
Yeah, except they can't shoot up. No.
No, they can't. They can't be like, oh, let me scratch my back. Oh, I killed a mid back.
Now, just says be careful, Will. He takes this army. I mean, if he runs straight into these Fly Vultures, I'm pretty sure he's not going to survive.
It would take an amazing stutter step and some focus fire to bring those down in with that many units on the field.
And here comes the Lings. Gotta be careful with these, and now the Ultras are hesitant to come in, but Lings...
You know, the only thing that might go for Monkey right now is if those Lings get into the engagement and they stop the Ultras from attacking.
Yeah, so the Ultras are looking like they're ready to go in, and one of these Thors is going to fall without a doubt.
The Lings did provide a bit of a stalling point for Monkey, and Ultra's gone.
And he barely has one Thor remaining. One of them was quickly taken out, but 5 more Ultras about to pop onto the field. If he can get some good positioning on these Ultras and these Lings, he could be able to stop this ensuing attack. What I would suggest is getting the Lings back around and killing that Thor real quick.
Absolutely, and one thing that Sampson really needs to do right now is not rally the points towards a spot next to Monkey's army, because they'll just get picked off and they're running. It looks like this macro house is going down. Broodlings pop out to do a little extra damage and avenge their home.
They don't even take out that one Marine up
like
there.
Monkey's not paying attention because he's needlessly firing on a cocoon.
Well, you know, sometimes cocoons need to die.
Reinforcing units coming up. They were stimmed a little easier, so they're going to be a little weaker. And it looks like Monkey has finally hit that moment where he does have enough units and he does get the win. No GG from Sampson.
No, it's Sampson tried, but he has never really got great positioning. He was moving a lot of his units while they just got shot at.
You know, it was a little off. He went into muta, but he didn't really use the mutas effectively. The run in, harass, run out. He did lose a lot of mutas early on in the game. And I mean, the Ultras, a great idea for this, but he kind of, you know, whenever you have Ultras and Zerglings on the same field, if you run the Zerglings in first, they stop the Ultras from doing their attacks. So it's Ultras are more of a unit that's complemented by air units or investors, some type of spellcaster.
Or roaches.
So a good job for Monkey. Thank you very much for sending in your replay. Leave a comment down below how you think Monkey and Sampson did this game.
Hit that like button.
Please subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. And if you have your own YouTube channel where you put your own stuff on, we'll absolutely follow you as well. I think that's it. Like, subscribe, share, favorite if you're Monkey. And good luck, have fun.
GG.
GG.